My neighborhood is very depressing. All the trash and litter everywhere.
Gunshots, bad things happen, robberies, house break-ins, fights all the time.
So many of our kids are forced by their life circumstances to grow up so quickly that they're never able to have those kid experiences. The conditions that many of our kids live in are not really conducive to success. We really felt strongly that it was time for us to do something about that. We realized this was what God was calling us to do, so we followed that lead into ministry with the kids in the housing communities.
It's nice to come to Bright Futures and step away from the reality of my home once in a while.
Everybody here wants the same things for these kids that you would want for any child. Philip and Gail represent a foundation for these kids, which they did not have.
We believe that the only way to end the cycle of poverty and abuse is through education and through a lasting knowledge of Jesus Christ.
Here at Bright Futures, I have learned that you don't have to steal to make it in life. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to be a prostitute. You can make it. You can go to college and exceed and just love God first, and you can be whatever you want to be in life.
I think the goal, the vision, the design of Bright Futures is to be completely opposite of what they have. So a smaller classroom, where in the classroom we want to give you all of the things that you need to compete. To also give them a place where they do feel safe, where they feel comfortable, where they feel even love from their teachers.
Our after-school program touches on so many different areas with art, recreation, physical fitness, all that with a heavy dose of spiritual devotions added to.
I love singing out to God every day. Worshiping God is key.
But the problem that we saw right away was not getting a quality education. So no matter how spiritually mature these kids were, if they couldn't read or write, they were going to be back on the streets within a year or two. And we came up with the idea of starting a non-traditional school.
I've been in Bright Future for around 3 years now, and I've really grown. I would like the kids, my friends from public schools, to also come to Bright Futures because it would give them a chance to have a bright future just like I'm receiving.
Before I came to Bright Futures, I absolutely hated math. But now I really love it, and my teacher, she tells me, like, Marion, you know how to explain it better than I do sometimes. She was like, maybe you could be a math teacher. I'm like, yeah, I maybe can.
We're truly seeing a transformation in the children with their academic success. As that's happening, they're getting more confidence, and our students have raised their test scores in less than 2 years over 10%, which is actually astounding. It's showing us again that just given the opportunities, our kids can succeed as well as any other kid in the United States. We're trying to purchase a separate building for the academy only, which will allow us to expand to at least double our size in the next 3 to 5 years, to give other kids in the community opportunity in education and just life.
A new facility, of course, would warrant a teacher having more creativity with her classroom and with her students and what they could do in the room, but also us getting more students in so they could benefit from Bright Futures.
It's imperative that we give them new life experience. If we could create a more constructive, positive, supportive environment, was critical to evolving the process of Bright Futures and what it's doing for and with these kids in terms of giving them a complete set of skills to go on with a better life.
When you teach kids this deeply, it holds on. We're establishing roots that will hold these kids in strong, strong storms. These roots will also branch out, touching their families, touching their peers. While we've made many, many inroads over the last 9 or 10 years by offering more and more programming, we're working diligently to expand our program so that we can affect more kids for years to come.